All right. Morning. Obviously, it's mad motherfucking early, but I'm an early riser and I like to get up early. I like the sun. It's nice. Yesterday in baseball was fucked up. A lot of fucking bad games to get on hitter props, but some good games and some good live betting hitter props thanks to the people at Bet365. Today, Um, definitely a couple teams that I'm going to be attacking. I've identified all the hitters that have good success versus their starting pitcher, even though we have a lot of games off the board without pitching matchups. I have narrowed it down. I will identify to you guys the guys that I think that have the best chance of being successful today. And that is going to start with the Minnesota Twins. Listen, Miguel Sano and Nelson Cruz, they are two formidable hitters in any lineup. And with Cruz today and Sano, both of them have some home run prop value, both having two home runs in under 10 at bats versus the Baltimore starting pitcher. So definitely going to be looking at Nelson Cruz. Definitely be looking at Sano. Nelson Cruz has definitely produced. Sano has been producing this week and this month. And yes, move on. Texas Rangers, Isaiah Kinner, Philippa. Definitely a guy that you're going to see at the top of the lineup against a definitely a guy you're going to see in the lineup against someone that throws soft. He's a guy that can definitely get connect on it. He can definitely hit you a lot of singles. That's the way I like to attack him. With Kinner Felipe, he has 5 at bats against starting pitcher today, 600. So I'll definitely be looking at a single for him. A guy that I'm really interested in the Philly Miami game, obviously, is going to be Adam Duvall, 304 average, 23 at bats with a home run. And then Corey Dickerson with a 375 average and 8 at bats. So I think that when you look at that, Adam Duvall has definitely been able to been picking up the hitting. He hit a home run the other night. Corey Dickerson had a game where he had 2 extra base hits. Throw some familiarity against them, throw in division rival, throw in the fact that this Miami team believes that they can beat them, and they won't have the services of Brian Anderson with the shoulder injury. So I think that Adam Duvall for bases, a single, maybe even a little half unit or home run props going to have value, in Dickerson for bases. Now we're going to talk about 3 guys on the Cincinnati Reds. Talked about them a lot. They're fantastic hitters. They are 2 of the best hitters in the league. Runs, hits, doubles, homers. Then they've been making money on the fucking props. Last night, Castellanos hit a double and a single off Max Scherzer, cashed a plus 125 over half a single. Looking to go back to him today against Joe Ross because him and Winkler, even in limited at bats, have success. Castellanos has a home run. Castellanos is a guy that hits home runs more often at home than he does on the road. But this could be a situation where maybe we look at a home run prop with him. Definitely over bases, potentially over singles and doubles. You want to keep it at 4 props and not go more than 2 units into a certain player. Jesse Winker, 6 home runs in the last week. You know, he's putting in that work. So with them batting 1-2 in the lineups, always something that I'm intrigued by. I just like it. Yesterday they had Eugenio Suarez batting in the 1 spot. Thought it was interesting, worked out well for them, but I do think Winker and Castellanos get to Joe Ross today. Um, Aside from them, Tucker Barnhart. Tucker Barnhart's a single machine. Just comes up. He's a strong lefty that's just able to muscle balls to all freaking 3 fields. And he's 4 for 4 lifetime. So I'll be looking at Tucker also. On to the Jays game. Listen, how can you not bet on Vladdy Guerrero and his prop right now in the league in home runs? 337 average, 38 runs scored. He's hitting singles, he's hitting home runs, he's hitting doubles. So home run, single, and bases prop is what I'm going to be looking at, especially playing in New York. He is an opposite field hitter. He has probably tied for the league lead in most home runs to the opposite field. And that short portion left for him, Bo Bichette, Marcus Semien, Teoscar Hernandez, all of them can go oppo. And I think there's going to be home runs again at Yankee Stadium for the Blue Jays. So with Bo, he's 400, 4 for 5, 1 home run. Marcus Semien, 364 and 11 at bats. Vladdy, 7 at bats, 1 homer. So you can't leave the hottest hitter off the fucking menu. You know, obviously you're going to have days where the streaks end, but I'm going right back to Altuve. I'm going right back to Tatis. I'm going right back to JD Martinez today. Just how I roll. On Cleveland, going to be looking again at Cesar Hernandez. He had a big game yesterday. He had a home run, which was pretty nice. I wasn't on the home run prop. I hit his prop live. But against starting pitcher today, he has 36 at bats and 3 home runs, 278 average. So something to be interested in, especially with the way that he's been hitting the last 7 days. When it comes to Ahmed Rosario, though, listen, the guy's hitting 417 the last week. I don't think he got a hit yesterday, but he does have 15 at bats for a starting pitcher and a 400 average. So, guy I'll be looking at. With the New York Mets, obviously no one's really been hot for them aside from Thomas Nido, but I do recognize the quality that Jonathan Villar brought yesterday. Jonathan Villar had him over doubles, had him over singles, cash, both. I think that he's a guy that I look at again today against the starting pitcher. He does have 10 at bats and he does have 4 hits. So maybe I will go back instead, not go to doubles, maybe just go to over bases and maybe over singles. All right, in the Atlanta-Boston game, which obviously I want to fucking just get wet in, I just want to jump into it like it's a fucking swimming pool and just hit fucking Brave hitters and Red Sox hitters. I want 8 runs from them, 10 runs from them, 25 hits combined. I don't know if that will happen. Thought that was going to happen yesterday. Took a fucking beating. Lost close to 5 units on that game alone. But in this game, Freddy Freeman, 30 at bats, 333 average, and a home run. Ender Inciarte, who came on as a pinch hitter last night for Azaranza, 25 at bats, 440 average. So you know he's going to be in the lineup today. All you really need for him is to grab a single. So I like him a lot. And then I like Austin Riley. Austin Riley, 286 average, 1 home run. Obviously, Austin Riley's hitting streak came to an end yesterday, and Austin Riley has been one of the hottest hitters in the league. 478 the last 7 days before last night. Then I go down to my normal guy, Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve had a 17-game hitting streak, and last night he cashed 15 straight games where he hit a single, and I'm getting right back on the horse with him, you know. He's going up against a pitcher in Trevor Bauer that he has a 357 average. He has 14 at-bats versus him. That's a healthy amount. That's a good number right there. And we know Trevor Bauer is a beast. Trevor Bauer is a strikeout machine. But Jose Altuve and these Astros, they've seen Trevor Bauer back in his Cleveland Indian days. So I'm really interested in Altuve in a bounce-back spot today. Not so sure about who else I deal with on that team, but I do like a couple guys to score runs. Castellanos to score a run. I like Bo Bichette to score a run. Vladdy to score a run. Maybe Cesar Hernandez. All the leadoff guys. If the leadoff guys are guys that I like to get hits, then I like them to score runs also today. I have been noticing. I haven't been documenting it yet, but I have been noticing that a lot of leadoff guys are scoring runs. Okay, so lastly, for the games that I had major pitching where I had major advantages when it comes to the hitter versus the pitcher of the games that have their starters released, I only have Brandon Crawford and Buster Posey of San Francisco left. Obviously, Brandon Crawford with that base clearing 3-run double yesterday, he's hot as fuck. And he's hitting 375 with 8 at bats. Now, without Kevin Gausman on the mound and Johnny Cueto, they're going to really need to produce offensively in this game to protect Cueto. Buster Posey, listen, he's been a fucking hitting machine. Obviously, he's had a rough, I would say rough last 5 to 7 days, but he has done a decent job. When it comes to San Francisco, Brandon Crawford is the guy that's hitting the best. He is hitting 350 over the last 7 days. I think it's a little higher now after his game last night. So all these guys have value. If you were to make me to choose under 10 or let's say 5, I would be taking Jose Altuve. I'd be taking Nick Castellanos. I'd be taking Jesse Winker. I'd be taking freaking Vladdy Guerrero. I'd be taking Freddy Freeman. Those would be the guys I'd be taking. My next tier would be Austin Riley, Buster Posey, Brandon Crawford, and then Bo Bichette. And then my level after that, my third level would be Nelson Cruz, Miguel Sano, Kinner Philippa, and Adam Duvall. Then the next level would be Tucker Barnhart, Marcus Semien, Cesar Hernandez, Ahmed Rosario, and John Villar. And then on the last level would be Ender Inciarte. But Ciarte, I don't know. If he's over half a base, I'll just jump on it and keep it simple. Otherwise, I'll have to fucking take him just to hit a single. Just to go over who's really hot the last 7 days for teams that are playing today, just going to run quickly through this. Arizona, David Peralta and Eduardo Escobar, the guys you got to worry about. With Atlanta, Dansby Swanson, Austin Riley, maybe they pick it back up today. Baltimore, Trey Mancini and Santander. Boston, Verdugo, Kike Hernandez. The Cubs, Nico Horner, Ian Happ, Chris Bryant. Cincinnati, Castellanos and Winker. For a team like Colorado, even though they're on the road, I do like Josh Fuentes. He is hitting 333 the last 7 days, and all of his hits are extra base hits. So something to keep in mind. For my guy Big Show and his Detroit Tigers, Akil Baddoo hit a triple yesterday. Harold Castro had 2 hits. Robbie Grossman, Miguel Cabrera, they're both hitting. Baddoo and Castro are hitting 571 and 615 over the last 7 days. So those are the 2 guys you should keep an eye on to attack. Now with Houston getting their ass kicked yesterday, maybe they come back a little stronger against Bauer today. Obviously, I like Altuve, but I also like Brantley. I like Bregman. I like Jason Castro if he gets behind the plate. Miles Straw is hitting 350. For Kansas City, it's Calvin Gutierrez and Andrew Benintendi. Those are the 2 guys I like the most. And then maybe a little to Michael Taylor, depending on his batter versus pitcher matchup. With the Angels, obviously they had a fucking offensive eruption yesterday. Thanks to Jose Iglesias and fucking Jared Walsh and fucking Justin Upton. Not really seeing on a day-to-day basis a lot of guys over there that I like. But on the Dodgers, if they get a good pitching matchup and they can fucking hit against a guy, Lux, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Mookie Betts, all hitting fucking very nicely. For the Marlins, obviously Garrett Cooper's hitting 524 over the last 7 days. Expect him to get some run today. Gleyber Torres was hitting 611 until he went 0 for last night, and Aaron Judge is probably the most consistent guy on the Yankees lineup. He's going to get singles. He's going to go 2 for 4. He's going to go 1 for 4. He may score a run if he gets walked a couple times. So Judge definitely for a single, for a run, for an over 1.5 bases, definitely a guy that I like. On Oakland, Mark Canha. Unfortunately, he only had a single last night, but he's a guy that is on a nice hitting streak and going to keep on hitting. For Philly, Brad Miller, even though he didn't have a good game yesterday, still liking what I'm seeing from him. Rice Hoskins had the home run. So Pittsburgh, listen, guys, if you have Bet365, Adam Frazier over half a single should be on your card today. Him and Altuve, I like them a lot for singles. And he's hitting 417 or higher over the last 7 days. With San Diego, obviously you guys have seen me boasting about Jake Cronenworth and Fernando Tatis. Now with a pitching matchup that should be more up their alley in Adrian Hauser, you should see those boys get back to work. You know, going up against Corbin Burns and Woodruff is fucking no fucking short fucking task. For St. Louis, not really a lot to like about them. Obviously, we all thought that yesterday was going to be the day that they won. That didn't happen. I think that there's still value with Edmundo Sosa and Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman obviously is batting leadoff and he's hitting singles and doubles, mostly singles. And Sosa, listen, he's hitting fucking close to 500 over the last 7 days. So no reason why to get off that train. Just got to be on the right fucking prop. If he's over half a base, you're probably better off taking that. Otherwise, you're going to have to get fancy with a single and a double. Not sure he's a home run or triple hitter. With Tampa Bay, Manuel Margot, the fucking San Diego former top pick, that's the guy that I like the most over there. But with Tampa, listen, they're not playing at that little park in Dunedin anymore, so I do expect their hitting to suffer a bit. With the Jays, listen, you can't go wrong with Gurriel. You can't go wrong with Teoscar, Vladdy, Bo, Marcus, even Grichuk. So the Jays, they're just a fucking conundrum of fucking hits and home runs and doubles waiting to be unleashed. And lastly, Washington, Ryan Zimmerman, I think and hope that he gets into the lineup today because he's hitting 545 over the last 7 days. I have his name circled. I'm waiting for him to be a starter, and then I'm going to fucking blast that fucking prop. So that's about it for me. Obviously, I'll be on the Pub Sports Radio Discord with fucking Sharpie, Big Show, Billy, Boston Nick, and many more, JT, Mike. A lot of good guys in there, so want to check that out. Otherwise, I'll be posting on Patreon like I normally am. Hopefully, I can have a winning day, but at least I didn't lose fucking 10 units, so that helps. Obviously, I had to make some fucking live plays. Live plays were good, but the way to hit the live props is when you see a hitter and he hits that first at bat, you could take that guy over half a base juiced because he already sees the pitcher. Now you have a possibility of a big game. You just have to choose your fucking spots. It's easier said than done, but whatever. Nasty Nate, college basketball talk. Listen, bud, I'm working on scheduling. I'm working on my fucking roster projections. So not really a lot to talk about college basketball. Just about all the movement, all the fucking full rosters, all the internal competition that is going to exist this year. You got guys with the fucking extra year eligibility versus all these prospects coming in as freshmen. So it's going to be real interesting. I'm excited for college basketball. We're not that far away. We're already probably 125 days away from it. So college basketball is my shit. But with COVID and fucking the shutdown here in Ontario, haven't been able to play softball. So I've had to do something. And when I'm going to do something, it's going to be involved gambling. So love the fucking hitter props. They've been fucking very profitable. I'm up fucking 10% ROI, 97 fucking, well, actually now it's like 92 or 93 units of profit. And the MLB fade is still rocking and rolling, 65 units down, about 10% ROI down. So it's profitable to be fucking watching and tailing the shit on Patreon still. It's MLB. And, that's about it. I got my sugar-free fucking grape lollipop. I'm gonna fucking put that in my mouth and fucking eat that up. I got my pink rosé chronic. And yeah, check out Mississauga 960 AM. I was on with Mike Richards and David Bastel this morning, kicking it, talking some cupcakes, talking some Maple Leafs, and of course, talking some fucking hitter props. So get with it. Respect. I'm getting the fuck out of here. 20 minutes and we're done. Nice and easy.